Hi, friends. How's it going? How's it going? It's sunny here. This is fantastical. It's never sunny. Like, I don't know, 3 months of just rain, pouring rain and wind and cold. And today it's beautiful. Man. And it's supposed to stay nice here in California, sunny California, for a whole week. I'm down with that. I hope it's beautiful where you are today. 2 days ago, I was sitting in my chair back there looking out the window, and perched on this like 6 foot tall pine tree was a tiny baby screech owl. I mean, it looked like just a big egg cup. I don't think it should have even been out of its nest yet. And I was like, what? And I picked up my binoculars. I'm a birder, 30 years. And I was staring at it. I'm like, that your mind is playing tricks on you. No. But it kept doing that thing with its neck. And I was like, whoa, little tiny beak. And then 2 minutes later, this whole flock of baby blue and red barn swallows started flying around the owl on that tree. I've never seen those either. I was like, what is going on? So after a little bit, the owl flew away. Didn't get to see that. And those birds perched in the tree. Now, all I can possibly come up with as a birder is that they live in the trees just a little ways down, and something was trying to attack them. It was bizarre and a blessing. So I'm sharing this with you because it made me so happy. The weather and these birds, just incredible. So I hope that you all have something incredible to tell me today. And obviously, I'm at my own home, my homestead. I came home on, when did I come home? Friday. And I had a couple of days of nothing. And now I'm cracking the whip. I've got today's live sale. And unfortunately, Jenna with Southern Siren Vintage messaged me yesterday early in the afternoon that she had to cancel. And any of you who follow her, and I hope you do, probably saw her short video. She's going through some health problems, and she needs to take care of that. So that's okay. And I asked around, to several people, and everyone was already booked. It was very last minute. So it's just me. It's just me today. So I've got this. Then after this sale, I am going to be loading all the pictures I took for my first Whatnot live sale. I decided to do all vintage jewelry, which was my first reselling gig. Well, after the flea market and everything, but in the early days of eBay, I was exclusively a vintage jewelry reseller. So I have quite a bit in a box, and I still continue to pick it up. Sometimes I bring it to y'all in my lives. Sometimes you buy, sometimes you don't. But I thought, to make it simple for myself, I would just do all jewelry, because it's easy to make a note. It just goes in the same size boxes in a poly mailer. And, I don't have to think a lot about dimensions and how to fit it in the box and just all that stuff. So that's exciting. So if you're on Whatnot and you want to come over and see me tomorrow, I think I scheduled it 3:00 Pacific, 6:00 Eastern. But you can check that on IG, or if anyone really wants to know, I'll tell you. And then I'm going to be on this Saturday night with the most fabulous, funny, and a wonderful person, Miss Pamela Blanchard. This week couldn't get any better in terms of my support and building my small business. I feel very busy, but very blessed. And it's some of the best me time that I've had in a while because it's all my passion. Yeah. So, as always, if anyone wants to, say hi in the chat, please do. Feel free to lurk. There's a lurker's lounge, as we say, enjoy. I added a few things last minute, but a focus today is spring linens. I have a lot of linens. I have more blankets than any one person should ever have, but I'm not getting rid of those yet. But I have a lot of cloth and tablecloths and napkins and doilies. And I don't live that kind of lifestyle anymore. I live by myself with my dog and my cat. So, I don't get fancy very often. So the things I bought, the things I've been hoarding around, some things I bought specifically for resale, I'm going to try to pass them on to you. So I hope someone's down for that. Let's see. Any other updates? I hope my fan is not making a terrible noise. If it is, please tell me and I will turn it down. It was very cold this morning, so my wood stove is right over there. Okay, let's get it. Nope. Golly, come on. Okay, it's the opposite. It's over here, but it's not on those shelves. So it's right next to me. And now, because it's sunny, it's hot. So I've got my fan on the ceiling on high to bring the heat down, and I'm letting the fire cool down. But if it's bothering you or disrupting the sale, tell me, and I'll just step up and turn it down. Okay? Everyone's orders from last week, purchases, were shipped yesterday. That's my usual. I do a sale or two. I invoice Sunday or Monday, and I ship Tuesday or Wednesday. If you ever come here consistently, you want me to hold a box for a couple weeks, let me know in an email to save you on shipping. I will happily do that. If you ever need something immediately because it's a gift or there's an occasion coming up, send me an email right down here and tell me that, you can't wait. Please invoice immediately and ship it out. And I will, as long as it's paid. Last little bit of business. You see a couple people just left. Who knows? There's so many resellers, and so much going on at this time of day. But it's all okay because a part of this is just my self-care, a large part. Last little bit of business is, without causing any drama, talking any names, because I'm not about that. I'm not going to do it. Something came up this early this week where, for the first time ever, I purchased an item for just a couple bucks. And I calculated the shipping in my head because I'm a reseller. And when I got the invoice, the shipping made the item more than double what I was willing to pay for it, let alone have it shipped. And so for the first time ever, I reached out to someone who I know, who I interact with a lot, and said, I really can't afford that shipping. And can you please cancel the invoice? I've never done this before, but I'm sorry. And their response was to be very angry. Now, mind you, this was a paper item. So it wasn't like a bunch of glass that was packed really perfectly or something heavy or a hassle to deal with or taped in or any of that. It was just something in an envelope. And their response was to tell me to never buy from them again. And they blocked me. And so why am I telling you that? I'm telling you this because there have been numerous times in the last 3 years where I've paid a couple days late or more on an invoice as my mother was ill or she was in hospice or I was struggling with my father's health issues. And, you know, as long as you give me a heads up about what's going on, you can pay late. If you ever buy something and it's just a tiny little thing, and then you really have buyer's remorse, and it's just, something, you just can't do it, tell me. I'm not going to block you. I won't be happy, but I'm not going to be angry. Now, if you make a habit of it, then, that's it. But communication. And please, don't ever do that with a large item that's taking me a lot of time to deal with, because that's not okay. And I know we're all scrimping and scraping and we count our nickels and, we try to count that shipping. And I understand that. So if you ever need to do that, with a small item, or you need me to hold it for an extra week or something, just communicate with me. Okay. It's all good. I'm really okay with it. Hey, Becky, thanks for stopping in. I tried to get a hold of you a while ago on IG and asked you a question, so you might want to check that out. Okay, so again, there's a focus on linens, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff, and there are lots of things that come together because I'm starting to try to create that concept, and it's a little new for me and putting it together for you. So let's see how this goes. All right, one more sip and then we're going to get going. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm Lucinda. I ship from San Francisco Bay Area or Mendocino County. Shipping is not included in your purchase. I bill you through PayPal. I generally send invoices out Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, and I ship Tuesdays or Wednesdays. If you don't have a PayPal account, you can check out as a guest. I use Pirate Ship to get you the best rates possible. And if you've never bought from me before, you'll need to email me your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address with a zip code, and your PayPal email. Boom. I think that's good. Okay. And for anyone who missed my little intro about the tiny baby screech owl and barn swallows, go to the beginning and listen to it because it makes me happy. It should make you happy as well. I've got to turn this off. Sorry. I always have to have my phone on because of my father, especially since I'm away up here on respite, but I didn't recognize the number, so we're going to move on. Okay, my first item today I put together, and I actually really like how this looks. It starts, now I'm my own mod, I always have to remember that. That's the whole thing. Starts at 13. Okay, Becky. So now the fan up there is going to blow my linens around. So the first part of this lot is, let's see if I can hold it still, is this really pretty embroidered blue and white doily. It's got, this is like a linen material in here. That's the back, I believe. This is the front. It's like an oval square, like scalloped edges. I'm going to have to turn the fan down. It's really pretty. After I get done with this lot, I'm going to step away and over there and turn the fan down to medium. It is about 9 inches in diameter. 9 inches in diameter. It's just so pretty. And this is linen and it's very stiff. My belief is that this is probably about a 1960s, possibly 70s. And then with it comes this antique porcelain rice porcelain, Japanese little bowl with blue peonies. And I think those are cherries, but I'm not positive. That's up to interpretation. It is hand painted. It's antique. And I don't think I have the exact wording right, but it's some kind of rice or something is the word for this type of porcelain where it has this ridging. And it is porcelain. Rice is not right, but it's something like that. And another way we know that it's antique is all it's got is the old symbols for the studio, the artisan studio in which it was made and exported. And you see the bottom, how that grain continues through in the painting is also on the side. So if this was a more modern piece, it would have made in Japan. It would have a sticker, Unkago, UNESCO, K's Lights, something made in Japan. But all it has is the artist mark. Now, I don't know how to read those letters. And you see how it's like rice thin. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say. You see how you can see through? It's rice thin. And it has the little painting on the side. And it is, and they go beautifully together. I'm going to try to show you. And if you saw my preview, you were able to see it. It is 4.5 inches in diameter. And so I think it's beautiful. Sitting right here in the middle of this doily. I think it's perfect. The colors of the blue peony and the blue doily are so complementary. And you just put it in on your vanity and drop your stud earrings in it. Use your imagination. Put a teeny tiny camellia flower floating on it. Of course, then you'd block the peony. But use your imagination. I think they go together lovely. So that starts at 13. And now we're going to pass on that, but I'm going to get up for at 1 second, turn the fan down. And as always, I will do a very quick speed round, most likely. But also, if you come in late and you've seen something in the preview, or you do the ×2 speed in the little settings wheel and you see something and it hasn't sold, put it in the chat and I'll bring it up sooner than later. Okay, let me turn this down. Sorry about that. There you go. No more crazy blowing wind. Okay. This starts at 10. And if anyone has a great story like my little, baby screech owl and barn swallows, tell me. I can always use happy stories. So this starts at 10. I've dropped it greatly. This is Little Chick. I've brought it several times because for me, this is kitsch. So for me, this is a year-round item. It's also left in. So for me, it's a year-round item. However, many people, it would just be Easter. So considering that that's coming up, I thought I would bring it now. And he's just pulling his egg cart. I know some of you have probably seen this before. It's in excellent condition. Again, if there's anything wrong with it, I tell you. If there's not, I don't bother. But whenever there's something wrong, I point it out immediately. Let's do this the right way around. 1984, left in, made for Lund's lights. Inside is a sparkling gold candle that's never been used. I would burn it and then get the rest of the wax out and decorate with other little things in here next year. For that matter, this year, you could even just put a tiny layer of real grass over this and go ahead and put an egg figurine, not an egg figurine, an egg or anything you want inside of here. You don't have to wait. So, and he's about, I think he was 5 long by about 3.5 wide. Just a little cute guy. Or girl. I think it's meant to be a girl because it has pink flowers on the hat. Okay. Thank you for being here. All right. Next item. At least I'm not doing weird things on my computer screen yet. I usually hit weird buttons and I'm technologically challenged. Okay. Brought these before. I believe this is a little bit of a price reduction. I think if they don't sell today, which I hope they do, I think I might bring them over into the stuff I have for Miss Pamela's sale, because they're just these gorgeous, beautiful objects that I know people over there would appreciate. So they start at $12 choice. There's 3. Or if you want the whole set, I'll drop it $2.34. These beautiful, I think they're bachelor buttons. White and very light purple with the gold. I call these oyster plates because they're in the shape of an oyster shell. It is fine bone porcelain made in France by Havilland Limoges. They are stunning. Again, you see how you can see my finger through because it's fine bone. There's no damage. There's 3 of them. They're exactly the same. This one has slight wearing off of the gold on the rim. And I imagine oysters in here, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe they're fruit. That one has a little more gold, but the fact they have any left means that these are antique. And so these have been treasured and well taken care of. No chips, no cracks, nothing's wrong with them. And I think they're 9, if I remember correctly. No, I don't. No, I don't. 6.5 inches long. And the widest part of the bowl is 5. Smallest is about 2.5. So, I call them oyster bowls. But you could use them for fancy fruit salad. You could put butter pats in here. You could float flowers in here and space them out around your table. You could do so many things. I leave it up to you. There's 3 of them. Start $12 choice. This is an excellent deal for this antique Limoges, France, Havilland. And like I say, I brought them a couple times, and God, I just think they're beautiful. Look at the detail on the flowers. Ugh. And they scream spring, and they're sexy. Okay. That's what I think they're sexy. They are just that kind of dainty, elegant, that's sexy. Yeah, berries would be yummy, Becky. I haven't had oysters in a long time. A long time. But I used to love them. I kind of feel like I wouldn't want them anymore, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I used to go get them at a place here in California on the bay, San Francisco Bay, by the case, and then go to the beach and have barbecues in just a pan where you melted butter. And, me and my friends had a great old time. So there you go. Think about it. 12 choice, or if you want all three, I'll drop $2.34. And then, yeah. Okay. Nobody has a cool story they want to tell me. Okay, you guys. Start at 14. This is probably carnival prize. I don't know. Maybe it was sold in home decor. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's from the 50s. That is what I think. Okay. Just checking my text that it's not dad. I've brought this before. I've lowered the price. It still is here. It's a Roman goddess. That's what I believe is happening here, with a cherub with his I'm assuming that's a bow and arrow. Why her breasts are out, I don't know. Is she about to breastfeed? Is that just a sign of a particular goddess? It is very racy considering its age. But that's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. And it's just very simply done. There's a tree with a very light green. The lady with her blue, thrown over the shoulder, slim, thin material dress. The cherub. This just kind of fleur de lis. I feel like they just threw that in. I don't know. The cherub has a little wings right there. Nice little fat baby. And if this is something, I'm not sure, but I'll cover him up for modesty. And of course, the back has the hangers, and you can see how old they are, but no makers. And it is, oh yeah, exactly, Becky. See, California, Oregon, fresh oysters. I mean, I literally got them, they picked them out of the water at that moment. You pre-ordered and you just picked them up. So this is 10 inches long and 5 inches wide. So it's a sizable piece. And I think it's stunning. I know it's chalkware, but I love chalkware. And I love the fact that this is a little more racy. It's, and it's muted and it's year round. I would put this like above my door. It would be beautiful in the bathroom or in my bedroom near my vanity. So 14, y'all. Okay. Dum, dum, dum. Hold on. Where am I at? Okay. See, I did something. And the computer started spinning. This is my life. Start at 12. This is my life. I touch something and you guys disappear, or the comments go away, or I don't know what's up with that. Start at 12, and I learned something. Sorry, from Becky, actually, because Becky and I have sold together several times now. I really enjoy selling with her. I used to put in quick claims, but the reality is, until I have a really large audience, my starting price is my quick claim. So rather than typing in two different things, if no one is bidding up, that is a quick claim. So I'm not putting that in anymore because there's just no need. Now, when I'm, like with Miss Pam, and when I've been with the Traveling Button and a couple other people, see, this weird thing just pulled up. Go away. I absolutely delineate quick claim. I put a number, I put a letter. Okay. So this starts at 12. It's a 19, probably early 70s, late 60s. Based on the light blue color, it could even be the tail end of the 50s. Urn vase with the Egyptian revival theme that was still holding on for a while in the MCM. So, and with the colors, I'm really thinking more early 60s, late 50s, not 70s, because we are getting into bolder colors. It's got 4 different scenes. The gold paint is really nice and heavy. No damage. I love this piece. I mean, there's a little bit of lines up around here, and here. And I didn't scrub too hard on it because this gold is cold paint. This is cold paint. So I don't want to start taking the gold off. So I'm leaving it to the buyer to take some vinegar, take a magic eraser, and you do it. It's easy. It will come off, but I don't want to risk taking the heavy gold painting off. So see this? A magic eraser would take that off, or some vinegar. You just need to, turn it upside down and do it here so it doesn't go up onto the gold. So there's the 4 scenes. Here's the inside. It can also be a planter, right? An urn planter. It's never been used. It's in fantastic condition. Here's the bottom. And again, I think this is very sexy and elegant. And I'll give you the measurements. It is 5.5 inches in diameter on the top. And I'm going to tell you how deep the planter or vase itself is. 5 inches. So it's 5 inches deep in where you could put a plant, and 6 inches tall altogether. 6 inches tall altogether. Starting at 12. Beautiful color for the spring. I imagine like a spider plant, or hens and eggs, hens and chicks. Those little pea cactuses. Or just cut them very short and put lilies coming out of here, as florals. There's a lot of things you could do. A lot of things you could do. Okay. Thank you for being here with me, y'all. Start passing on that. Start at 12. There's 4. It's a set of placemats and napkins, and they match really nicely with this. I actually thought about putting them together as a lot. But then I thought, well, I don't know if someone wants to pay that price or if they really want both. But if you do, you would have a whole themed table right here for your card games, your dinners, your just setting your table to look pretty, and then you sit by yourself and have your morning tea and yogurt. You know, you don't have to have friends over to be fancy. That's why people drink out of teacups, by the way. People drink out of a teapot and a teacup by themselves with beautiful sets, beautiful napkins, and cloth placemats. Oh, good Lord. And tablecloths. Sorry. Wrote something in my throat. So these are the little linen napkins. And what someone did is they tacked these flowers on, but they just tacked them on right at the edge over here, right at that one corner. So the other part is loose. So if you wanted, you could tack down one. Let me get this right with my fingers. 1, 2 little tiny tacks with a tiny knot on the back. Done. Or actually, I, as a sewer, would put the tiniest stitch through and tie the knot under the lace so that you don't have anything on the back at all. Like this currently, I'll show you. Let me open it. Has this one little place where they hand stitched it. So you could do that again at the bottom and it would be on the back. But I would make the knot be underneath the lace. So, and the napkins, and they're beautiful color blue, like it's a robin eggs blue. They're 9x9. Like I said, there's 4 of them. They have been sitting for a while. So no, they are not in. Now, was this folded? They could use another pressing, but you know, it's not a big deal. And it would really take you 4 minutes to tack each one of those flowers down. All I use is cloth napkins. I have a ton, or I'd keep them. 2. See, this one's gotten all smushy, but nothing's wrong with it. 3. I really like these. 4. And I actually think this is really nice linen material. They were never used, and I think that this was all hand done on a machine. Someone made these themselves. These were not mass produced. And then you have the set of 4 tablecloths. Whoops, where'd I go? And they're just thin little ones. So they're really meant for like a card game, a tea party, something like that. Oops, sorry. You know, I used to know how to use a sewing machine, just a little. It's been a while, but I think when certain things are finally finished, I'm going to get back into that. So they're 15.5 long. So that is a foot plus 3.5 inches. And they are 10 inches wide. So it's a really good size. It's a really good price. And like they're robin eggs blue. They match that urn. We're going into spring, Easter. Treat yourself. And I'll show you, like, for instance, just to make it fancy. Look. Instant elevation. Okay. Okay. I see I got a lot of people just coming in and out. Like I said, there's always a lot going on Wednesday. Okay, moving to the next item. Starting $12 choice. I think this is the cheapest I've brought these so far. I'm pretty sure. And again, they would match with the blue. It just elevates everything. and with the little lace flowers. There you are. So what is this? A saucer, fine bone porcelain, see-through, antique. Now, I have two, and I have the teeny tiny cups. They're Dimitas, but I've talked about this before. Did people take 2 sips of their tea or coffee and they were done? I don't know. Let me put this down. They're so elegant and so pretty, and there's nothing wrong with them. And this pink is like speckled. So you got your pink speckled robin's egg, and then you've got the blue up here, which is darker than it's showing right now. That matches that particular set of linens and other stuff I have coming up. And here's the inside. Now, I have green ones, which I am bringing to Miss Pamela Blanchard's show. These ones are almost exactly the same, except they're fatter, and not the other ones are a little taller and thinner in diameter. They have no stamp. They have no stamp on the cup or the saucer. And I find that really bizarre because the other ones I have are made in Prussia. And these, to me, these are either Prussian or Bavarian. I sincerely doubt they're Japanese because it's just too fine of porcelain. I mean, again, you see how you can see through? It's that thin. And they're antique. I am mystified as to why there's no stamp. This is, I believe, transferware. So that would date it more to the 30s. And the other Prussian ones I have are definitely turn of the century. But there's no maker's mark. But my gut instinct tells me that they're either Prussian or Bavarian. And they're about 2 inches tall, and the saucer is about 3.5. And I have 2, but I'm showing you 1 because here, I'll hold up 2 saucers because they're really delicate. So I like to be very careful. Hold on. Cheers. They're just so pretty. Do you see the speckling? Really interesting. Hey, Sarah lady. How's it going with you? Huh? I'll be there tonight. Hey, everyone. Let me give a shout out to my friend Sarah and her fabulous husband, David, well known for his deadly but not yet ever fallen balancing acts and parade views. They have switched their live sale schedule from Thursday nights to Wednesday night. So they are going to be on tonight, not Thursdays anymore. However, Thursday, they've also got like a live at the store sale thing happening. Sarah, because I am like just so challenged in my life, would you please put in your link? And I think you can do that. I hope you can do that. Your link and the time that you're starting tonight. And also the link and time that you're doing the live sale tomorrow at the shop, for which I'm not sure that I can be there because I'm doing my first Whatnot live. And it might conflict and it might not. But if you could drop that link, that'd be great. Okay. And everyone, please go over to see Sarah and David. They are so much fun. If you like kitsch, go, go, go. Every time I go, I'm like, I'm not spending any money. I don't have any money. And they bring it and I spend money. Okay. We're passing on that for now. Start at 12. My dream is to be 4 times as big as this, which is a small dream, and have a mod. That's my big dream of the day. So we talked about that this was a big linen thing. This starts at $12. It cost probably $20 back in the day, maybe $15. It's made in China, home decor, but it's the early China stuff, like the 90s, 80s, because we were getting things from China in smaller batches way before this mass-produced crap. It is a fabulous vinyl flannel back tablecloth, 52 by 70 oblong. It's beautiful. Look at it. Reusable. It's huge. It's new in package. I mean, I don't know what more to say about it. Yep, it's got a barcode, but China does mass production of everything for the last, 5 years, but they've always manufactured stuff. And we definitely bought some stuff from them. Go back to the NAFTA agreement, So this is older. And there, look at that. Oblong. Fits table size. Seats 4 to 6 to 6. So up to 6 people. Okay, well, there you go. Wipe clean, yada, yada, yada. I grew up with these both inside and like the checkered ones when we went camping. That would always go across the filthy, dirty picnic tables at the camping spots. So $12, y'all. Hey, David. How you doing? You guys, can you not drop your link for tonight and tomorrow? Because like you're not mods or something. I'm pretty sure you can go to your channel and just drop it in. Anyway, go over there. The traveling button, Junk Drunk Mantiques, y'all. At least, at the very least, Sarah or David, could you put the start time in for tonight? God bless you, because my brain is not there. my brain is doing all it can to do this right now. So please, somebody, maybe somebody else in the chat knows. Okay, this starts at $8 choice. So, okay, the first ones that I have are the covered white glass, blown glass fruits. All right. I have 4 different ones. I have the tomato. These ones are very light. There's its pontal. It's smooth. And you see the white underneath the red. This is the tomato. Yeah. You know that the joke about what the mama tomato said to the baby tomato? Ketchup. It's a freaking terrible joke I learned when I was a kid. Okay. I have the tomato. I have the pear. I love the pear. And these are all like about 4 by 4, no matter, round or tall. Of course, this is not. This might be 3 by 4. I have a green apple. I love these, but like I say, I'm just not fancy enough to, do up my table in that kind of way anymore. But I've had them for a while, and my table did have these. And I could go back there if I want. And then I have a red apple. Ooh, there you can see, that's really cool. You can actually see a white line in there of the white glass. Come on, where's my hands? Right there. And then down at the bottom. These are really cool. $8 choice for those. Okay. Moving on. Batten zero. Nobody's even telling me a fun story, you guys. Come on. Wake up. Unless you do it. Unless you do it, maybe you can copy what I put in and repost. Becky. For Sarah? Okay, y'all. Hold on. Don't leave me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. They've been really good to me. Almost there. Check it out. That just reminded me of this weird song. Funk Soul Brothers. Check it out now. I don't even know where that came from, but there you are. I don't even know the rest of the words. Okay. Now I have to go to my freaking channel. I'm getting there and drop the link to my freaking channel. But now you're hearing my audio here. Okay. There's the link. Did I bother to look at what time it was coming on? No. But I think 5 o'clock my time means 7 o'clock Central Time means 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I think that's right. If it's not 4 o'clock Pacific, really 4, not 5, Becky. Because it's you. Maybe they're coming on earlier because I usually turn in at 5. But maybe they changed the time as well. I don't freaking know. Okay, so the next. Can you double check that, Becky? Because I'm used to their shows starting at 5. Thank you. Thank you for helping me, Becky. I really appreciate that. Okay, so then they're starting an hour earlier as well. Okay, Ma. Hopefully come right in then. Okay, now these are the heavier glass fruits starting at 10. Sorry. Choice. But, you know, when people have been good to me, I want to be good to them. These are the heavier glass fruits. They're all blown glass, but this, you know, is, I don't know how to explain it. It also has the white with the yellow, but it's a heavy glass. So this is a banana, duh, right? Really cool. Oh, I know why. Because not only is this the white glass with the yellow, and in this case with striations to really give it like that banana thing, it's also clear glass over top. Boom. Whereas the others also have clear glass, but thinner. So I don't know, man. I'm striking out here. Here's a smaller banana. No chips, no cracks. That's fun. What is that going on in there? That is very interesting. I've never noticed that like light play. I wonder what that would look like in the window. I know, for instance, like, okay, here's an apple that's really heavy. When I put this in the window with the light coming through, it throws like red around the windowsill. So maybe the bananas, they're like a yellow. Here is a tangerine. or an orange. I mean, I say tangerine because it's really small, and it's a dark orange. Underneath my fingers is more the right color. It's a dark, not a light orange. These ones have very smooth pontils, whereas the other ones are a little more rough. Made in Taiwan. These are all from the 80s, late 80s. The other ones as well. And then corn on the cob. Yep. Corn on the cob. What is that? That is just the glass. Interesting. And this one, the leaves are actually, see the lines in the leaves? So it actually looks like real leaves. That's very cool. And here's the bottom of that. And that's the corn. Okay. Those are $10 each. And the other ones were $8 each. Okay. So that's half of my sale. Half of my sale. Is everyone having a good time? Are you enjoying hanging out and seeing what's happening? Are you like working and lurking? Are you learning? What's going on? I'm always learning. So, and like I said, today is a big focus on linens, but also I'm playing around with putting things that go together in some way in lots instead of trying to sell the little thing by itself or the napkins like this or the, it doesn't make sense. So I'm playing. So this is going to start at 20. And in this particular case, this is a little bit less than I paid for all the items all together. Now, let me pick it up. We've got this fantastic, what I like to call like ridged kind of bamboo. I can't remember if this is Hazel Atlas or Hawking, but it's one of them. Really big salad bowl. It's gorgeous. And with the salad bowl, now I have to put it down somewhere, comes this Home Sweet Home wood stove country cottage scene with raised flowers with stovepipe that actually has a hole, planter. This has a little bit of this right there, that stuff in there, which I'm sure you could get out with vinegar. I think this was on someone's wall above their stove, and they put like their slotted soup spoons in here because the little brown spots are not dirt as much as it looks more like a food. And it would need, you to soak inside. But it'll come off or not. And if it doesn't, who cares? Because you can't see inside and it's not raised or anything. I mean, the only other thing that I can think of is that, and this might be more likely the case, is that there is some little bit of dirt at the bottom, but those little spots might actually be the clay leaking through the glaze, because this is from either the late 60s or early 70s, possibly even the 50s. So sometimes the clay that's used in ceramic tends to leak through if it wasn't glazed heavily enough. And the way those spots are, almost more like leaching, if you will. Here's the back. Here's the bottom. It just has a mold number. Made in the USA. By who? I don't know. These flowers are beautiful. It's a pale yellow. And it's about 7 inches tall with a stovepipe, 6 without. And then it comes with this embroidered Scotty dog table or vanity table runner. And all along the edges is like this beautiful rainbow embroidery, which I love. Again, I just don't use things like this. This is the middle. And now on the other side, of course, it matches. Little Scotty dog looking over the fence with the flowers. The only thing about this piece is, where is it? Right here is what I have determined to be a stain from candle wax, because I can feel the little bit of waxy feel. This usually comes out with boiling water. Seriously. And a little bit of OxyClean. But because it's there, I'm kind of throwing it in with the bowl and the planter. So this is really a freebie, which is why I'm saying I'm losing money, but they go together really nicely. And I'd like for someone to use them, because just sitting here, I'm not using these things. And they're meant to be used and treasured. There's the back. My nose is running. Sorry. And it does have, this is probably made in the 60s. Where is it? One tiny little tear starting, or not tear, but just because it's old and has been washed a lot, this linen material starts eventually to come undone. Yeah. So, and then here is one more look at this incredible bowl. This is like, I don't know, 14, I think it's 14 inches in diameter. It's spectacular. It weighs about 2 pounds, but you can use this year round. Okay. Please repurpose. Please reuse. $20, all 3 items. Y'all, you're not. Let me ask you, for anyone that's here, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I always ask this, but nobody ever tells me, or they'll say, oh, you have great items. Do y'all like my items? I always feel when I'm having a sale by myself and I don't have a partner and no one buys anything, I always think, God, I'm bringing some really crappy stuff, or my prices are way too high, or something's wrong. So feedback is accepted. Feedback is accepted. I won't ban you. I won't be mad. Okay. This I purchased. I can't use it. I'm pretty sure I'm starting it below what I paid. And that's okay, because I'm trying to spring cleaning, clear it out. I bought this, I think, from Sarah and David, if they're still here. I think. Maybe not. Lord have mercy. You know what? Now I don't. It might have been Trisha or Janine's. I don't know. Yeah, it is, Becky. I love it. So, sparkling tree, money trees. Y'all remember these? 1960s into 70s, a little bit into the 80s. This is, oh my God. It's because it's hot in here. Hold on, I'm going to blow my nose. It's hot in here because I turned the fan off and all the heat is now right next to me in the wood stove. Let's see. See the wood stove over there? Yeah. It's right next to me. And you see the fan going on top? So it's too hot. I'm into that. I'm into the days where mornings are freezing cold, but afternoons are too hot from the wood stove. Hold on. And it's next to impossible to regulate the heat very well. And it only lasts for like 6 weeks, but it's a pain in the butt. Okay, so a sparkling tree, 10 inches, where to go? 10 inches, never been used. This thing is so MCM. This thing is so fabulous. It was originally sold at Kmart for $6. And I am asking $12. And it is 40 to 50 years old. So no, Kmart wasn't around in the 60s, 80s. 40 years old. It is so cool. Have you guys ever seen these? It's sealed in the bag, so I'm not going to take it out. But you see the leaves, they're tarnish resistant, so they never tarnish. And then it's wire. It's very light. Also, it's super lightweight. It's on this wire. So you literally are going to take this and bend out each piece, designing your tree exactly how you want it to be. And the leaves, move in the breeze. So if you live in a place like me and you have a lot of fans year round, put it near your bed. Have a magical little fantasy land. Put your little miniatures, like your little Cupid dolls or your little animals underneath it. I don't really do holidays like in this way anymore, again, because I have a very small family, but this could be an Easter tree with your little Easter things underneath of it. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. $12, excellent deal. They're not rare, but $12 is a mid-range price for these. And I don't think that I'm going to have that for too long. I don't think it'll last that long. Okay. Next item. Starts at 15. I believe, but I'm not a glass expert, and I never could fully figure it out. I think this is Blanco. But I don't know that for sure. At the very least, it's Blanco styled. Maybe it's someone else entirely. I don't know. What I do know is that I love it. Amber, and it's got these pinched in holes. It's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 holes. Here's the applied handle. See if here's those. It's really nice. The ponto's down there. It's in excellent condition. Boy, my internet is like way low. I hope I'm not either A, stopped, or B, really grainy, you guys. I apologize. And the ponto is smooth, but there's just the littlest of blob here because this was hand blown and then the handle was applied. 15, it's got the straw marks, striations from as it cools in the going along this way. See? It's a really nice Blanco or whatever it is. It's really nice. $15 is a good price because of the style of what it is. It's definitely 60s or 70s or even 50s, 5 inches tall, about 4 inches around at the widest part. Okay, y'all. And let me tell you, when I go through over 20 items and I don't have any purchases, I don't do a speed round because it's not worth my enjoyment is hanging out with y'all, but there's also a little bit of monetization that I need here because I have to purchase the things, etc. So I won't be doing a speed round today because I've gone through 2/3 of my items and I haven't sold anything. So no speed round. So if there's anyone comes in late or anyone has been thinking about something or you saw something in a preview and you're interested, put it in the chat for me. Okay. Moving forward, I do have a lot to do for whatnot. So, it all works out as it needs to. $10 choice. I dropped the price on these because I'd like for someone to love them. I'd like for someone to love them like I did. One of them was bought about a month and a half ago. I have 2 left in this style. These are called world dolls. At least that's what I call them. And when I was a girl, you could buy these in the gift shops and at the airports of all the different countries you went to and bring them home for your wife if she collected dolls or for your little girl. And my father used to bring me these when he went to other countries. Isn't she fabulous? This is from the 1960s. This is not real hair, but it's like a wool. Her face is fabric and painted. Look at those lashes and this underneath the eyes blue shadow. What is going on with that? I do not know, but she's fancy. She's got her little plastic hands, even though her face is cloth. And then she's got those like little Switzerland buns, they look like the Danishes. People today call them Star Wars. And then here's her little feet. Those are also cloth with cloth shoes. Her legs are cloth. Let's see. See? The little burlap type material underneath the dress to keep it nice and starched. This one needs steam. Her jacket is that it's not velvet, but it's the other word. And for the life of me, it has escaped me. So this is the first one. Her arms move a little bit. Her legs do not. Her head does not. And then this to me is a Moroccan lady. And she's extra fancy. Look at her. I mean, I'd like to look like her. I'd like to think that when I was younger, I did look like her, but that's a little bit egotistical. I don't think I really did. Same thing, fabric face, painted, costume, plastic arms and hands. And she actually has plastic legs and plastic shoes. So, but her face is a not linen, but a plastic composite. So they're still the same era, but depending on where, what country you got them in, everyone made their dolls with different parts. Not a big deal. Felt, not felt because it has the texture of velvet. There's another word for like cheap velvet, Becky, that I can't for the life of me remember. So these are $10 choice. $10 choice. Excellent deal, y'all. Come on, where's my people? Nobody likes me today. Velour. Bingo. Becky, you win. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Yes, Becky, velour. Thank you. Velour. She had a red velour jacket on. Another lady had like a polyester satin, like multiple layers going on with gold rickrack and all kinds of stuff. And then I was going to put these together, but then I wanted the dolls to be choice. So I'm bringing this in because I thought if someone bought a doll, they might want to use this. However, you can use it 100% by itself. $8. $8. It is modern because of the back. It's velvet, but these little feet seem to me to be an indicator. They're like the more plastic as opposed to something else. There's a way to tell. So I think this is more modern. More modern meaning being like 80s, 90s. Probably it was something that was sold around Valentine's. It is a, what's this one there? It is a red etched vanity tray mirror. Hello. And I thought I filmed this with these girls because I thought it was so cool. I think they go together. I think if you had a doll stand, you could put them on top of this red mirror and it would be really pretty. Obviously, you can also use this standalone. What is its diameter? What is its diameter? Everyone wants to know. For anyone who's still here and hasn't rushed over to like Trisha and Jen's sale or somewhere else, thank you. I appreciate it. 7 inches in diameter. So it's a good size, but it doesn't really weigh much at all. Multiple possibilities. Here's another one. I just saw it and thought of it. Anything. But so for now, put your amber picture on top of it. Look at the red that comes up in the amber. I'm going to be bringing a Fenton piece in a minute. You could put the Fenton. Let's just show you now. Put the Fenton in the middle. And then, I always go backwards. And then have the red reflection with the little flower vining around it. A lot of things you could do. Okay, getting down to my last items, y'all. Nobody loves me today. I think these are really cool, but based on the amount of people that are here today and my batting average for sales, I don't think anyone's gonna be interested, but it's worth a try. I do have 2 more sets, at least one of which is going to be brought to Miss Pamela's sale. Okay, these are really cool. The guy's name is Donald Zoland. Let me type that in the chat. Donald Zoland. And he was a prolific painter of children. I believe in the 60s and 70s. And maybe, Becky. And they made these miniature, they're about, let me give you the measurement now before I show you. They're 3 inches in diameter. So, for instance, here's this little girl. She's praying. I'm pretty sure the Thanksgiving meal. Let's see the back. 3080A. The permanent number of this I'm thankful to plate a single issue celebrating Thanksgiving in 1993 by America's beloved painter of children, Donald Zoland. Not for containing food, made in the USA, Pemberton and Oaks. Now, she's gorgeous. That's one of them. She actually looks a lot like me as a little girl. And there's his signature. Okay, so I don't know how many were made, but they were issued once a year for I don't even know how long. This one is 1986. It's called Touching the Sky. The fourth plate in Donald Zoland's collection, entitled The Best of Zoland in Miniature. Let's make sure to get this. This is a little boy with his yellow rain boots, striped yellow 60s, 70s shirt, playing in a puddle. I wish it wasn't so grainy because they look exactly like paintings. The colors are super, super vibrant. There you go. You can see the umbrella reflected in the puddle and his shadow. Now he looks like my other family member. We don't talk anymore, but that's what he looks like. And this is Sabina, 1985. And she's got on Mom's big red shoes with her hair tied up with a lace ribbon and her white Easter dress. There's the little flowers. Or does she? Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Take that back. She does not have on Mom's shoes. That is her other foot, and she's walking barefoot in the grass. These are really fabulous, and I have others coming up that are like bright orange with a, what is this thing? Bright orange with a pumpkin. I mean, these are really, really beautiful. They just are. They're nice to look at. Okay. Well, I've got 4 people here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 5 items left, guys. 5 items. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me today. All I gotta say. This starts at 30. Oh, I skipped an item. I'll come back to it. This starts at 30. It's worth 30. And it's still going to be less than I paid. This is a really fabulous. I would go with 1960s, 1970s tablecloth. It's linen, but it's got that it's kind of a overlay thing put in the material so that it's more waterproof, so it has that feeling. I can't just I wish I knew the exact wording, but it's just so it's heavier and waterproof. It is a big, here's the border. with the urn vases filled with spring flowers. We're in spring, so all the linens I brought have been spring. It's really big. I don't even know what you can see at this particular moment. Hopefully you can see what I want you to see. I don't know. There is a tag. Where'd it go? It is a California handprint. There you go. Narco rayon and cotton. Regular U.S. Patent Office. So it was just like some old upholstery material I found a long time ago. It is when they're starting right at the end of the 60s, beginning of 70s, starting to experiment with a rayon mixed with cotton so that it's more waterproof. And I'm going to measure and guess. And in the middle, it has this square of blue with no urns, but all around the sides, it has the urns with the flowers. And the edging is that. So let's try to give you an idea of dimensions. It also comes with two 1950s towels. So hold on. 30.5 inches by 30.5 inches, 61 inches. Good Lord. 61 inches this way, long. And then wide is 51 inches long. So it's a big one. It's a big one. It will fit basically any size table these days, unless you seat 10 people. And it comes with this pink and blue hand sewn on irises, pastel for Easter, linen hand towels. There's the pink one, and there's the blue one. And there you go. Good linen, never used. Never used. So, yeah. Right, Becky? I know. Where's my people? No one's bought a single thing. No one likes my no one likes my linens. So I don't know my lots. I don't know what to say. Maybe I should just call it a wash. It's discouraging when I do a wholesale and not a single person is interested in anything I bring. It's bizarre to me. And it always makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing, which I know isn't true. I do know what I'm doing. But if no one buys, or if no one wants to come here instead of somewhere else, then I think, oh, geez, maybe it is me. Maybe it is my items. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to keep going and get on the whatnot train and see where it takes me until next year. And then we'll see. Okay. Starts at 8. Absolutely fabulous. 1960s European tin. What did it have in it? I do not know because I cannot read the back. I bought this from, I'm pretty sure, the Traveling Button. But it doesn't fit in my decor. But I love her. I love the 1950s, 1960s children portraits. I love them. It's super thin. And there you go. Not a clue. Kind of looks like German, but I don't know. It is about 4.5, 5 inches in diameter. It's a good size, and I had it standing up at the back of my knickknacks, helping other things to pop that were in front of it, little miniature animals and whatnot that I have. There's no damage. Weighs nothing. $8. Okay. 3 items. And then I will close it out and do something else. Unbelievable. Starts at 14. Maybe people only want glass, or they only want like what's trending, or they only want things that are like $3 and $4. I don't know what's going on, but that's not who I am. So I don't know. This is a Fenton hobnail candy dish. Paneled, lidded. Nothing's wrong with it. It has Fenton marked on the lid. And on the bottom. So it is after the late 70s. I believe it to probably be 80s. You know, it's a very new milk glass kind of look, but it's still really pretty and a piece that everyone should have in their collection. It's Fenton. I mean, isn't this what everyone wants? I don't know. Maybe they don't want it anymore. How many panels are there? I think there's 8 panels with the scalloping. Hobnail, Fenton. It is about 4 inches deep, just the candy dish without the finial, and about 6 inches in diameter. It's a nice one, y'all. $14. Honestly, hour and a half, 23 items, not one sale. What am I doing wrong? I need someone to tell me, what am I doing wrong? I really, my prices are as low as it can go. Start at 12 for the pair. Start at 12 for the pair. I brought them before. 1980s, Republic of Taiwan. Dad with his son and mom with her daughter. They remind me of Homeco, but they don't say Homeco on them. They just say made in Taiwan. They're definitely 80s, the pastel colors. They're that kind of bisque. They're about 4 inches, 5 inches tall. Easter bunnies going off to church. That's how I view them. No damage. $12 for the pair. Which one is it? This one. Hold on. Made in Taiwan, ROC, Republic of China. Remember when Taiwan was a Republic of China? Yep. There you go. 12. Moving on. I get bored when, nothing sells and I'm, spend all the time setting up. And nobody even talks to me in the chat. It's not just about purchasing something. It's about there's other than my friend Becky here and Sarah and David. Nobody's interacting with me. It's like, what am I doing here when I could be outside in the sunshine? Okay, last item. Bambi. Disney. 1960s growth chart on a old 1950s, 1960s child hanger. It was a cross stitch kit, embroidery, whatever that is, and it's all been hand done. Bambi and Friends, Thumper, Flower, the birds. That's his girlfriend. I can't remember what the heck her name was. Or no, that's a bunny. Wait, I don't know. And maybe that's his mom and him when he was little. I don't know. So it's almost 4 feet long. You would hang this on the wall and you would write how high they are on this yellow ribbon so that you weren't writing on the door jamb or the walls because maybe you didn't own your house. A lot of people didn't. Or you just wanted to give this to them when they grew up, and you can't do that when it's on the door jamb unless you tear a piece of the door jamb out. I've known people to do that. So here's the back side. Blossom. There you go. Blossom. Thank you, Becky. You're good with words. Here's the back side showing you that it's hand done. And 15. Okay. That's what I got. So I'm not going to do a speed round. Because 23 items and nothing sold. If someone has come in, at the very end, because I do speed rounds when I've sold some items and when I'm working with other resellers, I always do a speed round. But when I'm by myself up at my homestead and I'm having my respite time from being a caregiver for my father and nothing is selling, I don't invest the time because I have a lot of other time things I want to do. And I don't get a lot of it. If someone has come in now because they're expecting that I'm going to do a speed round and you saw my preview or you put the little wheel on ×2 speed and you see an item that you're interested in because nothing sold, put it in the chat. Yeah, Tammy. I'm done, Miss Tammy, and I'm not doing a speed round because nothing sold. So everything's available. All my prices are really low today. They're all very spring-like. A lot of linens, some lots, some fancy stuff, and some fun stuff. So if you see something you like in the replay, you can reach out to me. Let's see, today is Wednesday through to Friday morning because, again, tomorrow I'm doing my first What Not live sale all vintage jewelry. I think I have 22 pieces, something like that. You know, clip-on earrings, necklaces, bangles, bracelets, some heims, just some fun stuff, some, really good, like bake. I mean, a variety. So that is tomorrow on Whatnot at 3:00 Pacific time, 6:00 Eastern. It's the same name, Fantastic Finds. You can find me. Please go over there if you're on Whatnot and give me some support. I would really like that. I'd really appreciate it. And then if you see something in this video live that you like, you can let me know by Friday morning by emailing me at mscwalker@att.net, because I am doing a sale with Miss Pamela Blanchard of Oak Grove Mercantile on Saturday night, this Saturday. She so kindly invited me, and she's like my hero. So she's been so good to me during the time, that my mother was ill and in hospice. And then with my dad, she always asked me, how's your dad doing? And she's an angel. So some of these items may be pulled and taken over to her sale. So I would need to know by Friday. And that's it. I'm going to go upload all my photos to Whatnot after eating a quick lunch and running a quick errand on this gorgeous spring day. I hope all of you are having as beautiful weather as I am. And hi, Kieran. Thank you. Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate it, lady. I'll probably see you in a few hours. During the traveling button sale, I'm going to be uploading like Whatnot and for my store like mad. So yeah, go out there, call a neighbor, call a friend, bring someone a flower, smile at someone, spread some kindness and compassion, because we are really in short supply these days, y'all. There's a lot of people who just smiling or saying hello or calling them because you haven't called them in a couple of years, it makes their month, okay? It makes their month. So do